One of my most memorable experiences when I was in Katrina was when I was working with the military, and we were down in Area 9, which was the worst hit by them. And the interesting thing about the military is they'll do what you tell them. And we got put up with this guy, we called him Sarge, and he had 2 guys working with him, and we're going down, and all of a sudden, I'm like, well, what are you doing with that, you know? And he's like, got this gun here. He says, ma'am, I'm going to make sure you're safe. I said, okay, well, move it a little to the side. And he did. And I'm like, okay. So when I get ready, I go into this room and I say, I'm going in this room to get this pet. And then all of a sudden, you guys stay out here, and when I get done, I'll let you know. So I go inside and I shut the door. It's 105 degrees. Humidity is 105. You're just sweating like you couldn't believe. And I could see the dog in the back corner. And when I go in and I just relax, he sits down. And he says, you wouldn't believe it, what I've been in here. He says, when the water came, he said, I was swimming for 3 days. I couldn't get out. And I said, I'm so sorry to hear that. And he says, wait till my mama gets home. He says, look at this mess. It's terrible. And I said, well, you know what? Maybe I should take you out of here because I've got food and water. I can take you to a place where we're all going to be safe and your parents can come and get you. And he says, well, maybe that would be okay. Do you think it would be okay with Mom? I said, I think it would be okay with Mom. I said, but I got to put this little collar thing on you so we can walk out together. And of course, I hear through the door, Sarge goes, are you all right, ma'am? And of course, that breaks up the whole moment. And then I say, yes. I said, you guys stay out there. I'll be out in a minute. And I said, so you hear my friends? They want to meet you too. So I put on the catch pull on him and I said, it'll be just loose enough so that you and I can walk together. So I said to the guys, I said, okay guys, open the door and get out of the way. In the military, they all stand aside, stand aside. They get off to the side. And here comes this dog running out in front of me. And there's mud all through this house and we're slopping through to get outside. And we get outside and he's eating the food. And all of a sudden the Sarge is looking at me and he's like, how do you do this? I said, I don't know, just always been this way. So the next day when we meet up with them, they were talking about switching partners. And the Sarge just kind of says, no, I think we already knew our group. He says, I think we ought to stay together. And the real reason was because we brought in the most animals that day. And he liked that.